Good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night, Facebook, good night, everybody, to all my YouTube fans, to everybody out there that's showing me love and showing me support. I'd like to welcome y'all. For those who don't know or unfamiliar, my show is called State of Mind, and we're going to be covering various topics. But today, we're going to be talking about jobs. We're going to be talking about the approach, the appearance, the breakdowns of resumes and cover letters. We're going to cover the 7-day forecast, and we're going to end it off with a daily question. Alright, so I'd like to get into that, and we'll be right back in a moment. You're now here live with your boy Mike Punch. You know, for those who don't know, this show right here is called State of Mind. It's my own show that I've created and I've been working on for a while. But you know, today we usually cover various topics. So today we're gonna cover jobs. Alright? So not only we're gonna cover jobs, we're gonna cover the approach on getting one, your appearance, how to conduct yourself, grammar, and not last but not least, your confidence level. You always gotta have that, because at the end of the day, sometimes that gets you through, and a person can sense that in you. So we're gonna be breaking down certain sections of this show today, but first I'd like to start off by giving you the definition of resume and cover letters. Alright? So first we're going to start with a resume. A resume is a written document that lists your work experience, the objective, skills, and your educational background. It is a marketing tool for job seekers, your employer, whatever job you're trying to go get. And this is what a job the employer looks on to determine if you're the proper person for their position that they have available for you. Your cover letter now, your cover letter accompanies the resume. Use it to highlight 1 or 2 skills in order to show that you can fill the prospective employer's needs. You know, like I said before, if you're the perfect candidate for that position. But, you know, it backs up the resume. It makes it look a little more healthier. It gives it that strength to it. A resume now is broken into 4 parts. Your objective, your work experience, your skills, and your education. And I'm going to break down all of them, and I'm going to give you the definition on what each part of this resume have. Alright? So the first one is the objective. The objective is the title of your resume and what's your goals you want to achieve from your employer. Your work experience is the jobs that you've had in the past. It only should be 3 jobs, your last 3 jobs, including the one you have now. They don't want to hear about nothing else. All other stuff is just too much. They just want to get down to the basics. So just the last 3 jobs, the one you have now and the last 2. What you did and what you do now. Everything. But break it down in a way where, you know, your employer it catches his interest, his or her interest. Your skills is a craft, a trade, a proficiency that you possess, excluding the position that you're looking for. Right? So, you know, your skills now is something that you made it either your profession, or you perfected it, or you're very good at it. And, you know, either you won an award in it, or whatever the case may be, you're just very good at it, and you want to let the person know that, hey, this can be a tool to help me get this position as well. Last but not least, you have your education. Your educational background is the last grade you completed. They want to see the list of your schools, not all your schools, probably from high school. Your list of your schools. If you are an honor student, you want any awards or anything, achieve any academic awards in college, degrees, if you're in school now, and things like that. Alright, so now we're going to cover the cover letter. The cover letter now is basically the resume backup plan. It's like it's like the enforcer, you know. So a resume lets the employer know that you're interested in that position, and it lets the person know about you, you know, or not really much of you, but what you, as far as the job field, what you've done and what you've achieved. And the cover letter now, the cover letter lets them know that you're best for that position, and it states why. You know, so instead of just covering everything, it just states that the position that I'm hiring for, this is why that, you know, I feel like I'm the best candidate for that position. So it explains that in a cover letter. Your first paragraph of your cover letter should be about yourself, you know, speak on yourself. Your second paragraph should state your experience that lets the employee know that, you know what, he needs to fill this spot. We need him. You have to make them feel like that this job cannot go on without you. That also comes from confidence. And the last paragraph should conclude the whole cover letter, and it should be working its way into the resume now. So by the time the employer or whoever reads this gets to the last paragraph, they should be eager to get to the resume to see what you can provide for their business. Alright? Now we're going to move on to appearance. This is to all the people, you know, who I see have I've been on a lot of interviews, a lot of, you know, fill out a lot of applications, and I've seen all type of things. I've seen people come in there with sneakers, jeans, hoodies, all type of stuff. What's that about? Seriously, I understand at times it's hard, but I'm pretty sure that you can get money to do other things. You can save up money to just go buy a button-down shirt. You have Conway's, you have Old Navy. When it comes to making money and doing it the legit way, you shouldn't be ashamed, especially when it comes to feeding if you have children. So therefore, go to these interviews with a proper button-down shirt, a proper tie with a proper knot on it, not just hanging all the way down here. Cut it out, get it up here, get it nice. If you can't do it, find somebody to go do it for you. Get proper slacks, no dickies, no like denim that look like slacks. Get slacks. So you no shortcuts. Sometimes the shortcut can be the long cut, so don't do that. Shoes, no ACGs, no Tims. Knock it off. Get shoes. You know, and I feel like, and I know for a fact that appearance is everything, because if a person don't know you, they have to go off of what they see. So make sure what they see is something that they are willing to work with. Last but not least, your grammar. Never repeat yourself. As I've been on a lot of interviews, what I've learned that interviews basically ask the same question. Why do you apply here? What makes you the best person for this position? Or what do you bring to the table? Things like that. So once you start to go out and go on interviews, you get an idea of what they will ask you. And when that happens, what you do is you go home and you start to write down the question that they ask you, and you write down the answer for it. A proper answer. Sit down and read it to yourself. If you have to revise it, make sure that it sounds good. So when you go in the next interview, and if these questions so happen to come up, it'll come out fluent. You don't sound stuck, or you sound like you're not sure. They like to hear somebody that's confident and understand and know what they're coming into. This is what they want, and this is why. So practice make perfect. So you understand, and I hope that, you know, you guys learned something today and you can pass on the information to somebody else. It's not the best information in the world, but it's a start, and it can help somebody. Even if it can help one person, that's good enough. My job is done. Alright? But after this segment right here, we're going to go move into the weather, and I'm going to tell you the 7-day forecast. And after that, I'm going to conclude it with my daily question. Y'all take care. Alright. Today you got heavy rain, wind, high 54, low 35. Get your umbrellas out. But tomorrow, Tuesday, is going to be partially cloudy, high 45, low 30s. So still dress warm. Alright? One. I'd like to tell everybody thank you for your support. Good night. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. I hope y'all can pass on the information to other people. But now we're about to get into the daily question. And the daily question for tonight is, what you think is the top rap album of the decade? Again, that question is, what is the top rap album of the decade that you think it is? Alright? So, leave your comments on Facebook, leave your comments on YouTube, and I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. Until next time, y'all take care. Alright?